You're most welcome to Morning at NTV.
Thank you so much, Priscilla. Glad to be here.
I must admit, there's nothing cryptocurrent about the tea and the nice words. But then again, I also do believe that your pedigree precedes you. So before we get into cryptocurrency, how did you get into cryptocurrency?
Oh, well, I got into crypto from uni. I studied accounting and finance, and I wanted to be an auditor, but a different kind of auditor, somebody who knows something besides accounting and finance. So I bought my first Bitcoin, and it was just a digital figure on my phone. And the second I exchanged it into Ugandan shillings, was like a light bulb moment for me, like, oh, this actually works. So later on after school, I joined Standard Chartered. After Standard Chartered, I joined Uganda Revenue Authority for a while during COVID, and then I made my move to working for a startup. So here I am.
Okay, all right. And so what is Yellowcard all about? Yes,
Yellowcard is a cryptocurrency exchange. In simple terms, we are like a forex bureau of sorts. We are not an investment company. We are neither a network marketing company of, oh, come get people down on you and those things.
Pyramid scheme.
Exactly. We are not that. We are basically something like a mobile money agent for cryptocurrency. So we just facilitate the exchange over an application on phone, a free app.
Okay.
Yes.
That's very peculiar. You facilitate the exchange. Okay.
Yes.
All right. So earlier on this year, we saw Bank of Uganda send out a letter of national payment systems not to transact crypto to Fate and vice versa.
Yes.
What's the latest update on this?
So after they sent that letter, most people think cryptocurrency was banned, but it wasn't banned. They were just discouraging the transactions to go through mobile money. So after that, the Blockchain Association, which is an association with legitimate crypto companies besides them, under them, they replied, and after replying to that communication, Bank of Uganda, I think the headlines after that was Bank of Uganda U-turns. So they later on publicized another letter, which was inviting crypto companies to apply into a regulatory sandbox. Yeah. So sandbox basically I normally refer to it as a partial license, where they just let you come in while they're studying what you're doing, and then they figure out how to regulate you. So I feel like they've moved very fast in that, in terms of, in comparison to other African countries. So it's a good thing for them and
so
for us as well.
So they are doing the studying, the monitoring, and also figuring out how best to regulate.
So currently they've just accepted applications to go in. So of course companies like us have applied, and a few more. And after us being accepted, they will study, and then after that, hopefully, they give us a full license.
What was the application procedure like for you?
So it was, first of all, it was a very thick book, a very thick document, and mainly financial requirements, use cases, and compliance structures. A bunch of things, really.
Okay.
Yes.
And how long does the Bank of Uganda intend to carry out this feasibility study?
So normally it's 6 months, and then you can renew after, or qualify for a full license.
All right.
And that's the same license which MTN Mobile Money, and Airtel hold.
All right.
Yes.
So how long has Yellowcard been in existence?
So in Uganda we've been here for 2.5 years. And in Africa, we've been around for 4 years. And
how many subscribers do you have?
Yes, so recently we actually clocked 1 million users, and in fact, just a few days back, we notified the public that we have raised the Series B funding of 40 million US dollars.
Oh, wow!
And this is going to be used to expand our product to other African countries, all the 54, and even bring on new products to facilitate the new financial structure.
All right. So then how should governments and regulators and also cryptocurrency companies work together to boost this industry?
First of all, I think regulation is a very key instrument or requirement. And in terms of it, we wish to protect our clients, but right now, if we have like a crypto issue and you're taking it into court, it's a bit of a challenge to solve the situation. But with regulation coming in, it means that a structure will be put in place, and that's what we want to see happen. And so right now, I would say the Central Bank of Uganda is really working well. I mean, engaging with us, listening to us while we are listening to them. trying to come up with a structure that benefits the both of us.
Okay, all right. Let's talk about scams. Ugandans have been scammed left,
Yes.
right, and center. Ugandans have lost a lot of money, billions of money, in this whole, cryptocurrency transactions. Now, from your end, this concern, of course, where does it leave cryptocurrency companies like yourself in order to protect the users as well as provide safe and secure platforms?
Yes, so of course, I would say scams are very many. They're still there actually, and normally they have a phrase "fast money." Yeah, come, just put your money will work for you. I mean, there's no quick money in this life.
Currently on, you go to a website and they say this couple in Uganda is making this much money a day, and you're seeing the company's like, no, that's not Uganda.
Yeah. So things like that sort of like entice people to come in. I would say that people also need to go back and do their own research, and that's why we have websites of like free education about crypto. Our free website is academy.yellowcard.io, free crypto information. But besides that, even before people download our application, it's better that you go and check who's funding us. Yeah, how long have we existed? What is our goal? Are we here for the next 10, 20 years? Those are things that you ask yourself when you're doing, even when you're buying just a piece of land. Yeah, you don't just buy because somebody's selling. You first go to the LC1. You do a real background check. It's just like any other business. So ideally that's for scams. Scams will always exist in everything. Mobile money is legitimate, yes, but there's still people who call you and they want to.
I know we've been seeing telecom companies here doing campaigns to remind people protect your password and do not pick up calls. Calls only come through this number. Yeah. Yes.
So as much as we hire the best people in the development team, engineering, also the users need to protect with their passwords. You shouldn't give out your passwords to anyone. You should also mind your own security as we do our part.
Wow. That's very interesting. So how has crypto been adopted in Uganda so far?
So I'd say crypto is doing well in Uganda. I mean, crypto.
When you say well, it's like you're saying we are well. Please be more specific.
I'll be very specific. Okay, in terms of volumes, I would say over $5 million moves in crypto on a monthly basis just in Uganda.
Within the Ugandan transactions?
Yes.
Not 5 million?
$5 million US dollars.
US dollars?
Yes. And I feel like it's a figure which is going to grow. I mean, so I believe that money is evolving over time. Like you've seen from barter trade, now we're in mobile money. So we're looking at a time when money is sort of like on a global level, just like the way communication has got on a global level through WhatsApp. Yeah. So we're looking at money becoming that means of transacting through borders at a low cost, and that's what crypto does. So ideally, it's just only time for it to even grow bigger than that. So Uganda is it's a good market, and we are very promising. What
have been some of the challenges or questions people have been asking themselves before they get into bed with, say, for example, your company?
Yeah, of course, regulation. That is the key point. But of course, we have companies like us have been able to register with the Financial Intelligence Authority, with NITA, and of course now we are pursuing BOU, be a license with the central bank. So regulation is normally the key factor. But other than that, there are very many users who use crypto for remittance. People, for example, the immigrant workers, when you go, let's say, to work in Dubai, they take your passport away from you. You can't open up a bank account. So how will you send money back here? So some people use cryptocurrency for that. Send the money back here to their family, and people use that they use our company through an app to exchange to Ugandan shillings.
If we were to project a cryptocurrency and its subscription in Uganda alone, in, for example, say the next 5 years, what does that look like versus the current mode of transactions?
It's a very interesting question. I think we're looking at, of course, more user growth in terms of, like I said, remittance of money is made cheaper, it's made easier, it's made instant through cryptocurrencies. That's one use case. And in the next 5 years, crypto is here to stay. I mean, it has been around for 12 years, yeah? So we are still going forward.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Now, in regards to scams and the education, that's still minimal. I mean, if you ask someone on the street outside, what is crypto or what's cryptocurrency, they'll scratch their heads, and the first thing that will come to their mind is that those are thieves that are trying to steal people's money. So what have companies such as yours actually done to eradicate that fear and that uninformed view of cryptocurrency?
Of course, we are fronting education. That's why we have a free educational website. We want people to be informed before they make a decision, and that's our educational website. And I beg to disagree. There are actually people downtown who actually understand these things. So at my early stage of working with Yellowcard, I used to move in the fields a lot, and somebody in downtown Chicago, wants me to be present and help him exchange the crypto. So I beg to differ that there are actually people out there who understand this. I mean, just like the way anyone understands money, you don't need to be properly educated to understand money. But this money is just digital money, and with time, as long as it's useful, people automatically adjust to understand it.
Okay, all right. So what then is your advice to those that are interested in taking this line of financing? What do you recommend they look out for? What should be the red flags and the green flags?
I think, yes, people need to do their research. That's one. And people need to, I think it's much easier to understand crypto when you've owned a few of them. Just like I tell people how I understood mobile money was my mom sent me mobile money. I had to go to a mobile money agent. I'd never read about mobile money. The second I exchanged it, it just instantly clicked. So people should own crypto, exchange the crypto, put the money back in like that, and automatically to click. And also, of course, quick money schemes. Yeah, as long as anybody promises you quick money, really they're on a shady route. I must say that.
Okay,
yeah.
All right.
Thank you.
Quick money begs the question, so how slow should the money be?
How slow?
Yeah, it's not
I think it's variable.
How slow should it be?
It's very variable.
In what ways?
In, I mean, it's after the research that you get to calculate whether it's, if you're buying shares in Umeme or MTN, what do you look out for? I mean, they all fluctuate at a different price. Some don't even fluctuate on the Ugandan Stock Exchange, so it's very similar to that.
Okay,
yeah.
All right. So when you talk about the free education platform that you have, how does someone get to the platform, and how long is that whole, is it like a curriculum, and then is it self-taught or you do have instructions? Oh
yeah, so the platform is academy.yellowcard.io. So we have video content, we have written content which you can just read through, very short skits as well, to keep you engaged. And after that, of course, you can be prompted to download the application and then try out practically. Okay. Yeah. All right. So what else do I need in order to then enjoy the benefits of companies' services such as yourself? What else do you need to do? Well, first thing, of course, like your bank. Yeah. Photo, national ID, yellow card, blue card, maybe COVID-19 vaccine. Maybe for one, when you're downloading our app and signing up, it's as easy as getting a Facebook account, and we ask for KYC. Oh, it must be attached to a Facebook account. No, it didn't. Or you can register through Facebook. No, you can't, but it's just as similar. Oh, right. Okay. Yes. Yeah. And we, of course, ask for your national ID details, which you upload, and this is just a requirement of the Financial Intelligence Authority. And I think it's also the majority of companies that are legitimate actually ask for their user information, yeah, unlike others where you just sign up and they ask for nothing. So that's after uploading your national ID details, you're good to go. Okay. Yes. All right. Very interesting things that Abel is enlightening us about this morning. What does the future hold for cryptocurrency companies? Well, like earlier said, we raised Series B funding of $40 million. So $40 million is a lot of money, and for people to actually invest in a company like us, it means they're seeing a bigger future. And that's the future we're going to find out in the next 5-10 years. Okay. Yeah. All right. So in your parting shots, I want you to, entice a Ugandan to maybe sign up for Yellowcard, and how exactly they get to benefit. Better still, how do they get to improve their financial livelihood? Well, like I said, money is evolving over time, and we are getting to the point of digitalizing every single thing, and digitalizing at a low fee. So if one of our clients are people who send money to Dubai, buy shoes and things like that, unlike you see people going to the plane with actual cash. Yeah? And going that side, which is very risky. Well, they have to be worried that my bank is does not have a branch the other side, or an affiliated bank the other side. So there's a lot of money that
is costed in you then transferring to another bank. Yeah,
exactly. And a lot of insecurity as well when you get there with all those bundles of cash, things like that. So I've seen people actually appreciate us for something like that. So that's just one use case. Yeah. Other use cases will definitely come on board, but it's good to download the Yellowcard app and then you see for yourself. Of course, the minimum transaction is 15,000 Ugandan shillings, so you don't need to have a lot of money to just try,
test and see if it actually works.
Exactly.
Okay. Final question is, who is eligible for, having this enjoying this digital, future of transactions?
Of course, as long as you're an adult, above 18 years, you're definitely you're fit to have an account with us.
Okay, so it applies to individuals, it applies to businesses, it applies to traders.
Yes.
All right, very interesting. Well, the future is green, but a colorless green, or a formless green. Unfortunately, I'm actually wearing green. Anyway, digital finances is the future. The other day I was at a particular restaurant. I gave them my card. I actually didn't have to put in a PIN. Many of you have phones or gadgets that you actually just swipe over a bill and it's cleared just with your phone. So we are moving away from the cash, the hand money, and we are moving to other forms of exchanging money for services, exchanging money for business, for goods, and any other thing. And so you had better adapt to that today because it's here to stay. As Abel rightly put it, one day it used to be, give me a kilo of sugar, I give you a kilo of posho. It used to be barter trade, and then came the currency trade, and now we do have the cryptocurrency trade, which is the future of transaction and economies. So his advice is go out and first do research before you click on that application, download it and put in your money, and then it's going to in 2-3 months. You don't blame them. But also the commitment is that regulators are doing their job. Bank of Uganda is doing a feasibility study that will last about 6 months to understand how cryptocurrency companies such as Yellowcard are actually doing business and protecting their users at the end of the day. That way regulation will be put in place so that it protects you, the end user. Well, thank you so much for having been part of our TechNote. We do have a Kickstarter coming on with Chrissy Gedry, and we do have some Yala aspirants that are joining us on set here. Actually, to be exact, we had talked about them earlier. Gerard Siranda and Chisemba Ronex Dendo are joining us for the Yala aspiration commitments. Chris and I were talking about it earlier on. They're saying things that we've had before. Why are we not hearing something new? Well, Chris and his guests will answer that. Do stay with us.